Premier League predictions are back, boys and girls. And today we have got game week 6. After last week, I was leading the leaderboard. I was telling the SDS boys how to predict. I can't lie, man. Put it in the bag, bro. Put it in the bag. I had 10 points. Everyone else had 4 points. How is it that I'm now with 12 points and everyone's got... brother, last week I only had 2 points. How did Hussein go from 4 to 17? This Donny gained 13 points. He predicted about 4 correct scores and a double point as well. Insane. Hasib is tied with me and Shaib is on 7 points. Crazy, crazy results that happened last week. Nothing that no one could have predicted, including myself. But we now have game week 6. And before we get to the first game, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. And of course, comment your own predictions and let me know who you think is going to be winning this game week. And surely, come on, man, Romatada. We first start with Brentford against United. 12:30 kickoff. United are... Listen, could this be the game? Could this be the game where Ruben finally, after 10 months, being in charge, could he finally win back-to-back Premier League games? And honestly, I think it is, man. I think it is. Listen, last week, I think gave United fans a lot of confidence. Yes, Chelsea, they play with 10 men, but still, in the first half, you guys could have led about four goals. Like the amount of chances you guys had. Brentford has been good. Brentford, they drew, of course, at home to Chelsea, and they did well against Chelsea. But that was Chelsea without Cole Palmer. That was Chelsea who looked very, very disappointing. Brentford so far this season, they've only picked up 1 W. That was against a very disappointing Aston Villa side. Other than that, like last game against Fulham, they got brushed. They got brushed 3-1. I do think United, I think, listen, the streak is going to be done. The streak is going to be end, and I think United will, and not United, Ruben will finally pick up 3 points. I went with United 3-1. Hasib went with a 1-1 draw. Hussein went with a 2-1 draw. And Shaib predicted a surprise, an upset of Brentford beating United. And Ruben still not picking up back-to-back wins. By the way, if he doesn't pick up back-to-back wins now, like against Brentford, this is your biggest moment, biggest chance. Well, I put it in the bag. Put it in the bag, but call it a day, bro. Just go back. Go back to sport and do something, bro. Do something. The next game is we have Chelsea versus Brighton. Chelsea against their feeder club. The club which have given them so many players. I mean, look at the starting 11. Look at the starting 11 here and tell me how many Brighton players they have. Caicedo, Cucurella, Sanchez, Robert Sanchez, Bonueta. Bro, they've got like... I'm missing one, bro. Joao Pedro. 5 players, bro. 5 players. I'm sure I'm missing one. I'm sure I'm missing one. But even if you go in the past, but listen, Chelsea needs to respond. They need to respond. They lost against Bayern. They lost against United. And they were 1-0 down against Lincoln in the League Cup. Yes, they needed the second half comeback of 2 goals in 3 minutes, but it wasn't that convincing. It wasn't that. They need a bounce-back win, and hence the reason why I went with not a bounce-back win. I think there's going to be a lot of goals. Brighton, you guys know what it is. They love to score. They love to create. Of course, they've got nice little players there. But I think Chelsea will, of course, score as well. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Hence the reason why I went with a 3-2 Chelsea win. Hasib went with a 2-1 Chelsea win. Hussein went with a 2-2 draw, which, to be fair, I can see a draw. And Shaib is just going against... I feel like Shaib is just going completely left, you know. 3-1 Brighton, which, to be fair, could happen, especially the way Chelsea are playing currently. The next game is Palace against Liverpool. We've got big games. Big games already on Saturday, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. kickoff. That's about so many games. City's playing, Chelsea's playing, Liverpool's... A lot of teams are playing on 3 p.m. kickoffs, which begs the question why they move it to Sunday. Because Sunday's matches are not the best, or even Monday, they're not the best. Anyway, Palace against Liverpool. Liverpool's won every single game alongside Real Madrid. The only 2 teams so far in the top 5 European teams who's won every single game. To be fair, Bayern as well. Bayern as well. They've won every single game. Liverpool, we yet to see a win. We're yet to see a statement. We're yet to see a game where they just win convincing and they don't need to rely on last minute defensive heroics to save them. Like, bro, I thought the game against Southampton was going to be the game, but it wasn't. Again, it was a close 2-1 win. The game before Everton, close. Even though Everton might have been the best performance. Going away to Palace, they've got history. Palace and Liverpool, they've got history. Go dating all the way back to the Steven Gerrard moment. But I don't think it's going to be convincing, but I do think it's going to be a quiet, and I think Liverpool's going to score the early goal, and they'll score a second goal towards the end of the second half. I think Isak will score. He will start. He will score. I'm going with it. Liverpool 2-0 with Isak scoring. Liverpool 3-1 to Hasib. 1-1 draw to Hussein, and Palace to win. Hold on. So you predicted Palace. You predicted Brighton. Yeah, this starting just went against. You know what? I can't like shit. This might be your last week, man. If you're still 7 points, bro, well, I put it in the bag as well. My next game is Leeds against Bournemouth. Bournemouth, a game which Leeds surprised everyone when they won last week 3-1 with an amazing goal, a free kick goal, and Fark picking up his second win. Leeds got 7 points to start the season. They've started strong, similar to Bournemouth. They've started strong. Very disappointing to of course, draw last game against Newcastle, 0-0 draw, which, to be fair, they had chances. They had chance to win that game, Newcastle as well. But Bournemouth now finally playing away from the last 2-3 games. They've been playing at home, and I'm predicting a 3-1 win. Similar to pretty much everyone on the table. Everyone's going to a 3-1 with a Bournemouth win, but different results, of course. Hussein went with 2-1, Hasib 2-0, and Shu'aib went with a 1. So all different result. Let's see who picks up 3 points in terms of the leaderboard on this one. Then City and Burnley. Burnley, I'm going to be so real. This is the game where Haaland's going to score 3 goals. This is the game where we're going to see a stat pad. This is the game where we're going to see City score hella goals. Burnley defensively are the worst, especially when they go away from home. Like, we saw what happened against Spurs when they went and they got trashed 3-0 and they let Richarlison score 2 goals or something. I'm pretty sure this game is going to be another high-scoring game. Hence the reason why pretty much everyone went with a big result. 5-0 City to me. Hasib went 4-0 and he uses double points. Hussein went with 3-0 and Shu'aib went with 4-1. The next game is Forest against Sunderland, and I think this is the game, that's going to have one of the most goals. Forest, so far under Ange, they're yet to pick up the first W. They haven't won so far. The first game against Arsenal, they lost. The League Cup, they lost. They went against Betis, and they should have beaten Betis by 4 or 5 goals. They had so many chances, but Betis towards the end, Anthony scored to make it 2-2. So Ange is yet to win. He's going up against a side, who's Sunderland, who's done very well so far with being promoted. Like, they've picked up 7 points, which isn't bad, fam, after 5 games. But I do think now at home, and listen, despite the fact that Ange is yet to pick up 3 points, Forest are playing very good. Like, the game, I watched the game against Betis. They played some amazing football. And Forest fans, I've seen them online, they are pretty much happy. They are saying, listen, we can see the identity, we can see the playing style. With Ange, the result will come. And I do think the result will come in this game. They are going to concede. Sunderland will score, but I do think there's going to be another high-scoring game. I've got 4-2 Forest. Hasib went with 3-1 Forest, and both Shu'aib and Hussein went with a 0, with a draw, but different results. Then we've got Spurs against Wolves, and again, Wolves has been horror. They've been horrific. They've been the worst team in the league. They've yet to pick up 1 point. They've yet to pick up 1 W, fam. And I thought last game was going to be the game. I thought last game, you're 1-0 up against Leeds, a newly promoted team who hasn't been convincing either. Like, this is your moment. They've just extended, weirdly enough, their manager, Pereira, for another 4 years. I'm like, all right, so surely you've got a lot of belief in him. And surely that means, come on, Leeds at home, you should be winning. How are you losing 3-1? How are you conceding 3 goals literally within 25 minutes? Horror. And now you're going up against a Thomas Frank side who's been very good. Very good. Bro, I'm gonna be so real, I'm going to go with Spurs win. Same as Hasib, same as Hussein, and same as Shu'aib. Then we've got Aston Villa versus Fulham. And similar to what I said about Wolves, when are they going to win a game? When is Aston Villa going to finally win a game? When? Is this going to be the moment in the Premier League? Is this going to be the moment after the Europa League? Are Aston Villa prepared to win this game? And I think they are. I think they are. Listen, Fulham has been strong. Fulham has done well. Marcus Silva's side has done pretty well. But I do think this is finally the time for Aston Villa to break that drought and to pick up 3 points. Hence the reason why I went with a 2-1 Aston Villa win. And Hussein agrees. Hasib thinks it's going to be a 0-0 draw. And Shu'aib thinks Fulham is going to pick an away win, which I can see happening as well. Then we've got the biggest game of the weekend. Newcastle versus Arsenal. A ground which Arsenal rarely wins at. A ground which is, we all know, one of the most intense, one of the most hostile environment. But the last 2 big teams that went there picked up 3 points. Liverpool, they needed a 97-minute. Barcelona, they did it in pretty much style with Rashford scoring 2 goals. This is going to be hard. Newcastle's going to struggle. Arsenal's going to struggle as well. But I'll be so real, yeah? Let's put it in the back. Newcastle is going to be, like, let me give you the script. Let me give you the spoiler chat. I'm going to give you a spoiler. Not a prediction, as you guys know. A spoiler. We know what's going to happen. Newcastle's going to do the usual gimmick. They're high, intense. The crowd's going to be involved. The pressure early on. They're going to make it hard for Arsenal. Arsenal's going to survive. If Arsenal survive the first 15, 20 minutes, the game is done to Arsenal. If Arsenal just survives the first early pressure, which is expected, playing at Newcastle, St. James Park, Arsenal win this game. I'm gone with a 2-0 Arsenal win. Hasib, the Arsenal fan, thinks that because of Arsenal rarely wins at that ground, he's went with a 1-0 Newcastle win. So has Shu'aib with 2-1, and Shu'aib agrees and thinks Arsenal going to win 2-0. And the last game week off on Monday is Everton versus West Ham. Everton, who's been, despite, of course, the loss against Liverpool last week, they've done pretty well this season. West Ham on the other side, they've been horror. Like, I think Graham Potter, how many chances are going to give him? I think last game, I expected a win. I predicted a win against Palace at home. They lost. Like, how many chances is Graham Potter getting till he gets sacked? And that's why I think Potter's going to get sacked in the next couple of weeks. I went with a 2-1 Everton win. Hasib went with 2-0. Hussein with 3-1. And Shu'aib with 2-1. I've just realized, by the way. I've yet to add my double points. You know what? Let's make it special. I'm going to add my double points on... I'm going to add my double points right here. I'm going to add my double points on Arsenal and Newcastle. I think Arsenal's going to win 2-0. But guys, these are our predictions. Put down in the comment what your predictions are. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. And we'll see you soon with another video. Peace.